Hello and a very warm welcome back to my YouTube channel, and today I want to consider three alternatives to Belgrade when it comes to buying real estate in Serbia. Now, much as I like Belgrade, I actually love Belgrade. It's a wonderful city to live in, and it's a great party city as well, and it's got some lovely attractions too. Prices are very expensive. They've gone up a heck of a lot over the last few years, and you can find new builds up to 9,000 euros per square meter, and in a historic centre easily you'll pay 4,000 to 5,000 euros per square meter on average. So that in mind, and also yields not being great at 3.5% to 4%, it's not a great investment opportunity. And Novi Sad as well, which is the second city, prices are not too cheap either. So we are looking over 1,500 euros per square meter on average. So which of the three cities should I take into consideration? Well, coming in at number 3 is the city of Novi Pasar. Now, Novi Pasar is a city located in the southwest of Serbia. It's an important trade hub for the manufacturing and textile industries. And Novi Pasar is actually a very multicultural city with a mix of both Islamic and Western influences. You will find a lot of tourist attractions here, including mosques, fortresses, monasteries and churches. And there are also international shopping malls as well, and a university, which no doubt makes the nightlife here quite good too. And property is very cheap at an average of less than 900 euros per square meter. And you can even find new builds here at less than 1,000 euros per square meter, although typically you will pay a little more than that. And you can usually rent a one bed here for around 150 euros per month, which implies yields are not too great. Now, the downsides here are the following: wages are very low and jobs are quite scarce for foreigners. So I think this could limit the scope for price increases in the future. But nevertheless, it's a very cheap place, and if you're a digital nomad, you could come and live here and not pay too much either in rent or to buy a property. Now, coming in at number 2, and this is an absolutely beautiful city, it's Subotica. Now, with a population of just over 100,000, Subotica is a very lovely city close to the border of Hungary. The city, which is pretty much unknown to foreigners, is an absolute wonder, as you can see in the pictures. It is quite a laid-back city, and most of the buildings are in the Art Nouveau style. The city actually has a beautiful town hall, a lovely cathedral and synagogue, and lovely churches as well. And the education system here is very good too. And there are expats living here, especially from nearby countries such as Hungary and Croatia. However, English is not widely spoken here, so you may struggle a bit if you are coming from an English-speaking country. Now, to rent here is very cheap too. A one-bedroom will cost you about 150 euros a month. So this implies, like many other cities in Serbia, the yields are not too great. Now, prices are cheap at well under 1,000 euros per square meter on average, so great value for money. And also, for new builds, it's unlikely that you will find anything much over 1,500 euros per square meter. So whether you buy a new build or an existing build, prices are very cheap here. And this is an absolutely beautiful city, as you can see from the video here. Now, coming in at number 1, and I think this is the most underrated city in Serbia, especially for what it offers, is the city of Niš. Now, Niš is the third biggest city in Serbia with a population of around 185,000. It's actually located in the southern part of Serbia, and Niš is known for its historical role in the Roman Empire. Several emperors were actually born here, and one such emperor was Constantine the Great. Niš has a large business district, and you will find jobs for software developers, engineers, and tech-related roles. It's got numerous tourist sites, including a fortress, the infamous Skull Tower, churches, a gorge, and other attractions too. And Nice has a great array of bars, restaurants, and cafes, along with a significant student population. In actual fact, 1 in 10 here are students. And Nice is very well connected to the rest of Serbia and other European cities. It actually has the second largest airport in Serbia, with direct flights to places like Malta, Frankfurt, Dortmund, Athens, Vienna, Milan, Stockholm, Istanbul, and Basel. So amazingly well connected. So typically apartments here are very cheap, at just over €1,000 per square meter on average. So very good value for money. And it's very rare even to find new builds for over €2,000 per square meter. Now to rent here, you'll pay for a one bedroom around €250 a month on average. So again, it implies yields are not going to be great, but then along with the rest of the country at about maybe 4% gross. Now, what I will say about these three cities I've mentioned, prices are amazing. They're very, very low, as you can see, in particular compared to Belgrade. But you may have some liquidity problems. You're not going to get fast sales as maybe you might in Belgrade. And also, if we take Serbia, the population is decreasing, although in Belgrade it is increasing a bit. So maybe Belgrade has an advantage over these three cities I've said. But nevertheless, I think they're worth considering if your budget is lower than Belgrade, and also if you want to just put some money in Serbia, but you don't want to spend too much. You have a smaller budget, but you want to nevertheless invest in the country of Serbia. Anyway, I would love to know your thoughts on this. Please do comment below. Comments are always appreciated, and I shall see you very soon on the next video.